So Ed, as carriers move from a TDN network to a IP network, can you talk a little bit about some of the security issues that exist with respect to mobile devices that the same type of issues that existed with PCs and laptops and the sort?
Sure, happy to. What we're seeing as a security provider is the types of threats that you've seen traditionally on home PCs. You know, most people today wouldn't think of having a PC that isn't protected, and yet they don't think twice about taking a mobile device, shopping on it, doing banking, doing the same types of transactions because as you know, devices today that people are carrying around aren't phones, they're mobile computers. And they have the same sorts of risks, same sorts of threats. And so as the environment changes and you've seen malware developers move away from PCs into the mobile space because they're seeing the same trends that are global. PC sales are dropping. Mobile sales, devices, smartphones, tablets are certainly going to continue to grow. So the threats are moving into the mobile ecosystem.
Would you take the mic and then maybe talk about some of these statistics that you've got here on the board?
Sure. Start wherever?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, you know, some of these statistics here are really just illustrative of some of the trends that we're seeing in the marketplace. You know, people have huge difficulties dealing with remembering passwords, password security. There have been a lot of identity theft issues, and you can see that identity theft has increased by almost 300%. At the same time, smartphone users, you know, are a third more likely to be victims of identity theft than desktop PC internet users. So the threats are out there, they're very real. You continue to see trends like mobile malware increasing last year, depending on your source, between 200 and 2,000%. So those threats are continuing to grow, they're continuing to be more present in the marketplace, and that's why we've really focused on making mobile safe for carriers and their customers.
Well, thanks for that overview, Ed. Can you talk a little bit about your company and maybe how you compete against perhaps the better known companies like Norton and others?
Sure. SecurityCoverage is about a 10-year-old organization. We have our roots in the desktop space, and more importantly, we have our roots in the telecom world. So when we came to market, we chose not to be a consumer product company as much as a partner to telcos and ISPs. That has been a natural transition for us to move from that space into the mobile space. The carriers here at CCA are perfect fits. In some cases, we're actually doing business with their landline counterpart already. So we have some of those relationships, and fundamentally, we've structured our entire organization to serve a B2B and a sell-through model that ultimately allows them to increase their revenue streams, to make some additional average revenue per unit on the mobile devices that they have out in the marketplace, and more importantly, to really seamlessly integrate with everything that needs to happen to make that work. So for us, this was really a push to give those carriers the opportunity to take advantage of the security space themselves, as opposed to, you know, the big guys that are out there that are offering a boxed product that sits on a software shelf where they really don't have a chance to participate.
Can you maybe give some examples of your go-to-market strategy for this particular Tier 2, Tier 3 mobile carrier?
Sure. There's a lot of different ways that people can take advantage of our products. First, they can offer it as a retail product through one of their storefronts. They can certainly offer it through carrier billing and integration as a monthly recurring revenue stream, and that's something that we've started to see a lot of interest in, is the ability to take that out, again, to put a little bit of extra revenue in their pocket through the revenue sharing piece of the software, and more importantly, through customers and partners like Intelos that's launched our security product, Secure really are interested in maintaining a solid brand. We did a session this morning on the mobile security environment, and Rob Kale from Intelos really stressed that, you know, there are thousands of products out there. If you go to the Google Play Store and Google security, you know, you're going to find 1,000 apps that you could download. So their selection process to bring Secure on board for their customers really revolved around, I don't want 400 retail associates suggesting whatever their favorite is. They wanted to have one consistent brand experience, one consistent flavor, and they wanted to make sure that it was something that worked and met their criteria and provided great security, great anti-theft protection, and really kept their customers secure. And that's in the Tier 2, Tier 3 space. You know, you have to compete on service and you have to compete on brand.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.